Joe, back at Ibrox, how excited are you for the occasion and the Old Firm fixture coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I think it'll be a great spectacle. I think it's always a tasty fixture, the Old Firm, and I don't think there's ever been one at Ibrox. So, we want to be breaking down barriers, and we want to be pushing this game forward, and I think it's a great spectacle and a great time for us to do it. We want to be playing on the best pitches against the best teams, and there's no better time, I think, for women's football in Scotland and for us as a club to put it on this pitch and put it in this stadium and hopefully give the fans a good game. If we want to push attendances and we want to push this game forward and we want to show people what women's football can become and what it can do, and people can come and watch it and it is a good game to watch, then we've got to be playing these games at these stadiums. You've not got to be afraid to do it. This is a fixture that got put to me many months ago. And my first immediate response without even thinking was absolutely yes. I think we've got to take risks and we've got to take chances, and everybody wants to come to this stadium because it's so iconic. All the players want to play on this pitch because it's a beautiful pitch to play on. So we need to use that, and we need to make sure that it's happening more and more often. And the club's been great at getting us a couple of games on here already, even before the split. So yeah, I can't wait for it, and neither can the players. You play each other so many times that each game can be so different. You can plan, you can prep, but an Old Firm's an Old Firm. It's going to be down to the team who keeps their head the most, who implements the game plan the most, and who's clinical on the day. So we're definitely on the right track for that. We've been good so far, but as I keep saying, the job's nowhere near done yet. We want to make sure that we turn up and put on a show here on Sunday, and hopefully we will do that. I've got no doubt in the players, and they've got all the ability in the world. We've got every confidence in this group. So yeah, I'm hoping for a good game.
Yeah, and you've had success in the fixture so far this season, of course. Being away from home, what's been the key to those, do you feel, and what do you think you can take the good parts of them into Sunday? Yeah,
I think, as I said, it's implementing our game plan and doing what we do well. We know their threats. They'll be slightly different to what we've faced them the previous couple of times, with different personnel. They've changed styles a few times now, so they're still in their infancy under their new manager. So we've got to make sure that we use our experience and we use our cool heads on the day, and we implement our plan as we should. We know when we do that not many teams can live with us. So we've proved that previously, but as I said, sometimes all that goes out the window when you're playing in an Old Firm. When it's Rangers v Celtic, those games are when everybody else brings their A game, and we're expecting Celtic to definitely bring their A game on Sunday, and we're definitely looking forward to it.
How important is it when these games come around that the players play the game, perhaps not the occasion, especially when you're in an iconic stadium like this?
Yeah, I think that's a huge message. I think that comes along with our consistency in our performances and our messages that we do give. I think that's been us from week one in this season. It doesn't really matter who we play. We want to prepare as equally well for everybody. There is a little bit more detail that goes into these games. Sometimes you have to because of the level of the opposition. But Celtic are one of the best teams in the league, so we've got to give them the respect that they deserve. But prepare as we do every single week, and I've no doubt that the work that we put in this week will come out on Sunday. And as I said, it's another game for us. Yes, it's a big game. Yes, it's a big occasion for us to play in this stadium, but it's still another game, and it's still got to be one that we try to tick off towards our result at the end of the season.
Yeah, and you spoke about it the last time you were here, and how much did it just highlight the growth of the Scottish game, the women's game up here, and just giving yet another opportunity to play here? Yeah,
we saw a great crowd here when we played Hibs, so we want to make sure that we're growing and increasing attendances week in, week out, especially when we can come and play here and you've got the capacity and the ability to get a large number of fans through the door. I think we've done a wonderful job in advertising this fixture, and I think that if people do come and watch the games, they'll see what a fantastic game it will be. So we want these games to happen more often, and we're being given the opportunity for that to happen. So we need to make sure that we're turning up on the day and making it a good one for everybody to watch.
Yeah, and just looking at that Hibs game, of course, your first experience of Ibrox, what was your reflections of that day looking back on it?
Yeah, it was a great day. We clean sheet and 7 goals, I think. So it was a great day here, and I think that those are the moments that we've got to remember, and those are the moments that we've got to take forward. And it's not our first game here, so it's not something out of the ordinary for us. So we've got to remember that we're turning up here to do a job. pitch is beautiful. It'll help us in our style of football and help us to play away and in a certain way of playing. So yeah, it all plays into our hands. Hopefully the home crowd will get behind us as well and give us that extra bit of support. It's going to be a tough game. You know, the gap's closed slightly now from what it was. So, you know, it's going to make for all the better game for everybody coming and watching it. You know, I think that you saw when we played here last time that the fans really turned up, and I think we've already sold more tickets and we've still got a week to go. So, you know, I'd urge people to come in and watch the game and really get behind the girls this weekend.
Yeah, and just looking at the game in isolation, how's the squad shaping up on the injury front? Yeah,
we're a little bit slim. We've got a few key injuries to key players in the squad. But you know, this is the reason we have a team and we have a squad the size we do, is to, when the time comes, that people can step in and really showcase themselves and step in and do a job, and if not better. So, you know, it's a good chance for people to come in and really stamp their authority on this team. So, yeah, it's thin on the sidelines for us to not be able to have as many people on the bench as we'd like, but you know, I've got no doubt in the ability and the people that can step onto that pitch and do a job on Sunday. Yeah,
and just lastly, how significant would a positive result be, of course, heading into that international break as well?
Well, we've seen that the last few times. You know how different it can be on the mentality shift within the league, let alone just within the squad. So, you know, I think it's important that we keep that momentum. As I say all the time, it's a long old season and we've won nothing yet, we've done nothing yet. It can all change within a matter of a week or two and the results in them games. So, you know, we're not naive to that fact. We know we've got to keep pushing, we've got to keep working week to week. We know it's going to be a tough game, but as I say, we're more than ready for every single challenge because we've been working for that from week one.